Testing, testing, 1, 2. Okay, must not have connected. All right. Maybe I have something else. Yeah, it definitely didn't connect. It's not playing it. Okay. Something's up. Oh, I'll just do it manually. Didn't connect. Yeah, I'll just do it manually. Okay. Well, that's okay. Something caused that to be thrown off, though. Studio mode. What in the world is causing that? Anyway, for today, I was looking at these tickers here. Let me switch over. These tickers here, IMRA, LASE, and ATXI and CTM. CTM wasn't really, I mean, it just popped up 26%, but I just more interested in IMRA and LASE. I don't know why I can't seem to get this to act right though. I might need to go offline and then come back on. For some reason my equipment here isn't allowing me to control anything. So that's gonna make it very hard to do switching. All right, yeah. I'm gonna shut down and come back on real quick. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. And TOS. Come on, TOS. I don't know what's going on this morning, but it's okay. All right, well, we're back in and I'm getting these little kinks worked out. I was talking to RexCon in the Discord this morning. He's sharing with us his strategy and things that he looks for in his trades. He actually posted some images as well. So I'm gonna go and look at that real quick. And if you're not a part of the Discord, come and be a part, And if you have any strategies or anything that you want to share in there, articles or anything like that, you can jump in the Discord and do that. Okay, so I think I'm back up now. Come on, TD. Where you at? studio mode and get this thing on. There we go. Okay, save that. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now TD is up as well. This is my current volume scanner, which is the first that becomes active on the day, because all of these other ones, the specifications won't allow them to operate until they open. But yeah, IMRA LASE, which I traded yesterday, it's up to $5. Nice. ATXI still going up, and I saw CTM, but it is falling down on the volume. Has anybody put in any comments yet? Because I'm not seeing any comments come in. Just say good morning or something. I want to make sure this thing's working. Let me go over to wow, I didn't even open this yet. Okay. I am so behind today. But the reason that I'm behind is because I pretty much traded out yesterday. I made my money for the week. And after I made my money, I was like, you know what? I'm under PDT, and I'm gonna have to wait for my money to go on through to come back. There we go. Now I can see. And I was kind of on the fence whether I was going to stream today anyway. But, you know, I got an hour, so can look over some of these movers and kind of see what kind of news that they have. Yep, I see Donnell's good morning. Why am I not seeing that over here in the chats? All right. But this week has been a pretty good week. I took 2 green trades this week, one on Tuesday and one on yesterday. And, you know, just really not having to run around as much. Just taking like maybe two trades a day. Or not really 2 trades a day, because the setup doesn't come up around that often. So not really 2 trades a day. But on the days that I do trade, 2 trades. Right. So we are good. We're good now. We have about right around 15 minutes to the bell. The SPY absolutely destroyed anybody that was shorting it yesterday. It popped down here to 348 and then ate everybody's lunch back up here to the 370s. That was an insane move there. Let's actually go over here on TOS. Insane movement, but it is still in a nice downtrend. Really not a real confirmation that it's ready to move up, but definitely a scary thing for anybody that was shorting it. What is this? As food will take priority as food prices rise. This Detroit mother is forced to choose between paying her energy bill and buying groceries. Let's see. Market Watch, imports are getting cheaper. Cost of foreign goods fall for third month in a row. Crypto trading company NYDIG lays off 110 people. Yeah, well, money's getting tight. Money is getting tight. What's up, Drifter? Oh, I said I was gonna look at the Discord. What RexCon dropped in there. This is the Discord. You can come and be a part. Um, he was asking, could he drop his strategy? I was like, yeah, man, drop your strategy, drop what you got. You know, we can take a look at it. And what he's looking for is these pin bottoms. I don't know what time frame this is, but yeah, he says he found NIM on the mid float scan yesterday. It worked out quite well. Yeah. Wait for traders to enter on a pin bar break. Wait for those traders to get stopped out. I entered the trade at the original entry price level. My stop is the recent swing low. Nice. So yeah, if you're not a part of this, if you're not a part of, let me pull it back over here, of Discord, come and be a part. You know, if you have some wisdom or experience in the markets, whether it's stock or whatever else, we have different rooms or different chats that you can get into in there, and share your input, share your results, your ideas, things like that in there. Actually, did I drop the Discord link? I did not. Drop that Discord link. And there are no paywalls. It's all free. All right, there's a Discord link in the chat. Appreciate you guys for tuning in on Twitch and on YouTube. What's up, Andre? Yeah, let's see. Amazon. So the top 10, IMRA, LASE, ATXI, ACI, BA, that might be an OTC, AMD, FNGU, that's something else. That's not, that thing usually just chops around. Tesla, CTM, and Amazon. Let's check out these catalysts. So starting with IMRA. IMRA shares trading higher along with, so it's following the sentiment of something. Let me see what this is. IMRA shares trading higher after the company, along with Enliven Therapeutics, announced a merger agreement. So we know merger agreements sometimes can be very choppy. Sometimes I mean, it just depends. We'll have to see the ranges and everything, but they get choppy. But that is the news on them. Just a merger agreement. Lace was one that I traded yesterday. It doesn't have, oh yeah, it does have news today. Let's see. Laser Photonics shares are trading higher after the company announced it is implementing an aggressive hiring campaign due to a sizable increase in leads and inquiries. Okay, well, the previous news was that Lace was their sprayers or whatever, their laser electronic sprayers were being used by Coca-Cola Company. That was the bigger news that I traded. This news is like, you know, whatever. But the Coca-Cola news is what I liked yesterday. ATXY or ATXI, no news. It has news about the other one. Still a low float. And CTM, this one just recently IPO'd. It says announcing pricing public offering at $2 per share. I think it already hit $2. Let's see. It got close. It already went up there to 180s, but very low volume, still in competition with everything else. But today, I don't like LASC news as much as I did yesterday. It may continue up. I just traded this little bottom here. And again, the time frames that I'm using are the hour, the 30-minute, and the 15-minute. So I traded this bottom here. I got in right here at this. I actually entered at 397 right in here, and got this little pump up to the top, and it kind of started struggling. But the way that my strategy worked is I'm selling half at VWAP anyway. So it came up, I sold half, and then I just moved my stop up behind it. But it did eventually stop me out. I tried again on, I think up here, like 415 level for a break of VWAP to see if it can continue going, but it couldn't. So it just stopped me out, and that was okay because I still had my profits from this one. So I had a little bit of a cushion anyway. But in pre-market, it did have a nice little pop here from 4 all the way up to the 518s on that Coca-Cola news. But we'll see what this next piece of news does for it today. I don't know. The news may or may not make it go higher. I don't know. But it's at $5 now. So, yeah, interesting little stock. So, we have a merger deal, and we have them trying to hire more people at LASE is the news on today. Another thing that I've been kind of going over, I guess I haven't showed this, but here, so this is another thing, is my criteria that I kind of run through and ask myself before I do an entry or whatever. And this is for the long side. So I got a couple of little questions that I ask myself in my head, and I'm like, is this something that is happening now? First thing is there high relative volume on the ticker? I'm looking for high relative volume, number one. If there is no volume, I don't really want to see it. Number two, is there a defined intraday high or resistance that this thing can retest? Like we saw yesterday with LASE, it had a top of 425, clear, like clear as day. You can see it. The next thing, wait, let me actually show you guys what I'm talking about. So back here, this little 425 here, 425-ish level, it continued to just hold under that level. So I was like, okay, that looks like a good level for it to return to later on in the day. And that's exactly what I was entering to get that return for. Number three, does the stock have a previous catalyst? And what was that catalyst basically? Number four, has the stock moved back towards lows after defining highs? Okay. Five, is there a defined support based on the hour and the 30-minute? Now I'm using the hour and 30-minute and the 15-minute, but I really want to see that resistance and support formed on the hour and the 30-minute. What's the next one? Has the stock moved under VWAP? I do like buying under VWAP because it's a good, it puts me at a peace of mind buying under VWAP. I know most people that buy above VWAP are looking for breakouts. I'm not. I'm just looking for it to play the range. I'm simple. My mind is very simple. Let's see. Is FOMO in effect for shorts or longs? Here's another question. I'm not trying to get in while the longs are within FOMO because they can get slammed on. I'm looking for the shorts to be like, oh, it's going down. It's going down. Let's get in. Let's get in. That's what I'm looking for. 8, have I identified an area where shorts are willing to cover and buyers are willing to enter? And sometimes I like to call this the wall. Like when it starts to kind of pan out on a certain specific price range. Like this one kept holding at 390 for several minutes and even almost 30 minutes there in this little dip here. And you can see over here on the hour chart what that 390 hold was looking like. And I liked it here. It just kept holding that 390, kept holding that 390. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get in right here. And I entered 397 and got that little move out of there. Whoops, what'd I just do? The next one is a return. Oh, misspell that. Is a return to VWAP worth the risk of entry? So, is it worth it? Like, has it come down enough? Like, this one dropped 425 all the way down to the 390s. So that's a good 40 cents back up to the top, or I don't know, 30 cents back up to the top. So I'm like, okay, well, if I take this trade, I can risk the bottom 397 and the bottom here is 382 for a 20 to 30 cent move up there to back towards the highs. That's worth it to me, you know. Next one, for exits, all I do is literally sell half at VWAP and then move my stop above my entry and just continue to move it up every 10 or 15, 20 cents. I'll move it up. It just depends on how the stock is moving. Just don't want to take a loss on the remaining half. For exit on a loser, if it were to break down this level of the 383s, I would have been out. I would have said, okay, well, it broke down, I'm out. You know, risk that 10, 13 cents there and be out. And then for the risk management, I don't want to risk more than 2R of my total account. So 2% of my total account per trade. So that's it. That's all I really, work on there. But it has reduced the amount of trades that I actually take though. Following those rules, asking those questions. Cause those questions, they don't what's up, Daniel B? Andre called out IMRA, yeah, it's up here. But yeah. Maybe those questions align maybe like once or twice a day on a specific ticker that I'm looking at. But I mean, I think those are reasonable questions to ask. Reasonable. Not really pushing the limit saying, hey, I want to get, a $5 move off of this trade. I'm not looking for a $5 move. I'm just looking to lock it in, baby. Lock it in. Consistency. Yeah, Lace having a lot of wicks up here towards this 518 level. We can look out here on the hour chart and let me squeeze this down just a little bit. Only reason I have this elongated, I like to see the average volume and make sure that it's high relative volume. Now there are some scanners that I think Trade Ideas or some of those scanners, they'll give you like a high relative volume percentage where you can see it. But this is simple and it's free. I can see the average volume of the last month, 6 months, and year to date, and see if it's high relative volume based on that. Well, for anything that's not an IPO, CTM just getting started, hasn't even had its data put in yet, but we can see here on IMRA, it's got 8 million shares. Look at the volume on the month, 600,000, and then so yeah, it's got high relative volume relative to the previous month, 6 month, and year to date. So I'd rather just do it this way than buy Trade Ideas. All right, we got about 3 minutes to the bell. Nah, Dane B, I'm not biting my nails. The like I said, I've reduced the trades that I actually take. Like literally, I'm doing like one trade. And I got a risk. I got the risk managed. That's what it's really about. You know, if I didn't manage the risk and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope it comes back up, then that would be a problem. But I'm telling you, man, the higher time frames change the game. Right. So nothing else new popping up as of now. Kind of just watch and see at the open. 828. IMRA, if we look on the hour chart, got a little bit of resistance up here, 367. And then had a little bit of resistance right around that 350 level. We'll see if it can get back under that. I'm going to mark that as resistance and not support because it hasn't really been tested intraday. So I'm just going to mark it as resistance. ATXI, do we see any clear resistance? Not yet. On the hour chart. LASE, resistance right here at the $5 level. Donnell says, I know I'm trading risky stocks. That's the whole point. I have a risk management system, Daniel B. What in the world? That's the whole point. That's why I'm not looking for a huge, like, $5 rip. That is, I have to lower my expectations and get a consistent profit. Donnell called out press release on BMRA, though. What is the news on our good friend BMRA that we have seen before back in the day? Walmart to expand sales of aware breast self exam is what I'm seeing. Okay, so yeah, Walmart expands, so they got some Walmart in their catalyst. So I don't know, we'll see. BMRA previous resistance 501. We'll see how that holds, that $5 level. Everything going red for now. IMRA coming down and testing this 350 level, that previous level on the hour chart. Want to see if that becomes more resistance. ATX, no clear, nothing clear yet. It's just going up. Nice little FOMO movement upwards. Not interested. LA, come on now. LASC has some struggles here at the $5 level. We'll see if that 5 can hold it down. BMRA top side reached up here to the 557s. I'm thinking that's going to have to come down a little bit. Okay. ATXI coming up there. So ATXI, biggest mover on the day, getting a little explosion through that top. Can we see it stay above, what is this, the 330s? Was the previous area that is probably going to have to come down and test. Let's see what it wants to do. It is Friday, so sometimes Friday can get freaky Fridays. BMRA just does not have that volume there to compete. CTM, no volume. LASE coming up to that 5 and just kind of holding there. I'm thinking it's going to need to come down some. Okay, so percent gainers just popped in, started updating. So let's see what the top percent gainers are. Looks like we're already looking at them. IMRA, ATXI, LASE, CTM, and BMRA. ATXI, the biggest mover as of now. LASE falling off of that $5 level. ATX no clear top resistance, so I can't really justify entering this one up here. IMRA just sitting on the 350s right now. Oh my gosh. Why am I forgetting that? Okay. Anyway, SPY looking like it's holding up a little bit. Let's see. ATXI. ATXI looking like it's trying to get up to $4 here at the open. BMRA did kind of hold there at that $5 mark, coming down off of that. A little bit lower volume though, so it's gonna have to compete, even though it has, you know, a clear resistance there. It's still gonna have to compete with ATX, which is already green and pumping up. So all of the FOMO is gonna be over here on ATXI for now until the short slam it. IMRA still holding that 350 level, but from this top, is this worth it? 360, 370 is the top here, so about not even 25 cents there back to that top maybe. So it may be getting slammed there. So not really worth it for buyers to be getting in on that one. BMRA going down to 470 from their resistance. Previous levels down here 415. I don't know if it'll reach all the way to 415, but yeah, definitely getting slammed a little bit. What was the new the news? It had that Walmart news. Okay. We'll have to see what this one wants to do. BMRA looks the best right now, but we'll have to see. Let me look on the daily chart for BMRA. So if I flip over here to TOS, we can see that it came up here to the 524s and has a gapped up from the 421. So it does have quite a ways to gap down. I mean, not gap down, but move down. But we'll see if it can start to maybe hold. Let's zoom back a little bit. What's this? 473 is where it's sitting now. Will it break back onto those 470s to the 450s with it being Friday? ATXI finally getting slammed. Got up there to almost the $4. Lost all that it had. Now it's forming a clear resistance, but how much momentum will it get going down? I mean, if I was a short, I'd be very interested in this thing going down. IMRA holding up this 350 level. Coming back green on the day as well, up 40% since overall since the pre-market, but only up 1%. Coming up here to this level of resistance right here, 366, about 25 cents. And like I said, is this worth it? Was the question from this 343 up here to 369s. BMRA. Okay. Oh, Ben did stream yesterday. He didn't even, I didn't even know. I would have let y'all know. I did not know he was streaming. I don't know his schedule. Oh, he did put in a Discord, I'm back. I remember seeing something about I'm back. But I saw it and I was reading, it was in the general discussion. in the general discussion tab of the Discord, but I guess I should have clicked on it. I didn't even realize it. But yeah, he said he was back. LASE coming on up here. Still pretty close to this $5. Is this risk worth it for it to pull back through this $5 is the question. 15 cents up. Hasn't really showed any shorts getting on top of it yet. ATXI still getting slammed around up here. In other on the scans, I see plug is moving. Amazon, Bank of America, Apple, Tesla for you higher float traders. ACI, AMD, but the top of the list right now is these low floats, these 3 low floats here. ATIX going back up and testing. So it does have quite a range to the upside on ATIX, but I just want to see this downside move. IMRA did end up breaking down that 350. Remember, I said I was going to leave it as resistance because it hasn't really been tested yet during intraday. So now it's getting a hard test through that 350. And at this point, it's like, okay, well, will this become a new resistance 350, or will this be the new resistance, or the remain the current resistance up here at 370s? SPY looking towards the 370 break as well. LASE coming back up to what looks like resistance here on the 15-minute, but not clear on the hour chart. On the 15-minute, it looks like resistance at the 520s. On the 30-minute, it looks like resistance at the 515s, and on the hour. So they're all giving different information. So I'm wondering who's going to be crazy enough to try to hold this for higher. We'll see. CTM all the way down. 13% down, so that is not what we want to see. This is a fresh IPO falling. Resistance up here, maybe the 160s, but not really in the competition with everything else. So, well, on today doesn't mean it won't be in the competition at all. Let's see, what is NTNX, that's a biopharmaceutical, looks like. Sell after receiving takeover interest. So somebody's trying to buy them out at NTNX. Doesn't have a whole lot of volume either. A little bit higher floats there, but it does have news on the day. Somebody's trying to buy them out. BMRA still going down. We did reach that 520 level, but no exact we don't know what the high is here. We don't know where it's gonna stop. I just don't see big buyers jumping into this one. Maybe big scalpers, but not big holders of the investment. IMRA down to 340, 10 cents away from that previous resistance level. Nice and red on the day. Yeah, Ben. I mean, yeah, Daniel B. Ben really looks out for you, man. He's looking for you. He loves to talk to you, and you know, you guys definitely have quite a brotherly bond, I would say. All right, so Lace going up there and trying to get to that 525 level. Top side is the 536, but it is struggling to get that. Bumping back down to those 515s. People looking like they're getting a little itchy in this first 15 minutes on this one. So who will dump first, ATXI or LASE? These were the only two with, or was it IMRA with that news? One of them. It's so if I were to get ready to take a trade today, would any of these questions be answered? Is there high relative volume? Well, let's see. ATIX last month, 6 months, all of that. Yeah, it's pretty high relative to everything else. Same thing with IMRA and LASC. Don't really know about this one. This is an IPO, but definitely on BMRA, it's a little bit higher. Two, is there defined intraday high or resistance? Well, if we look at ATXI, ATXI defined resistance, not really. IMRA, a little bit. Let's see, what LASE, not really. CTM, I mean, if you look at 160 as the high, maybe. 160, 150-ish level, but it's still a little 50-50 there. BMRA, same thing. You don't know. You don't know. It kind of dumped really a lot. Let's pull those back up. Let's see. What's the next question? Does the stock have a previous catalyst? So for ATXI, yes. For IMRA, yes. For BMRA, yes. Walmart. LAS, yes, but that catalyst kind of got weakened today. They should have just left the Coca-Cola news out there and didn't report the other thing, but they have to. So, let's see. Has the stock moved back towards lows after defining highs? Well, kind of on some of these. Is there defined support based on the hour and the 30-minute chart? Is the stock has the stock moved under VWAP? Well, for most of these, yeah, they're under VWAP. LASE is not. SPY. IMRA, yep. ATX, nope. Okay, let's pull it back up. Let's see. Is FOMO in effect for shorts or longs? Well, we can see on ATXI, FOMO is in full effect for longs here. So that's not what I really want to enter on. IMRA really has no FOMO as of now. Not really opening up either way. We don't know if it's going to flatten out or what. Let's see, what's the next one? Next one is, have I identified a area where shorts are willing to cover and buyers are willing to enter? Well, we look at these charts, we really don't know yet. We see an area, maybe a previous area down here on IMRA at the 309s, right 310s, maybe. We could draw a little bit of support and see how it tests around there for IMRA. ATXI, we don't know yet. Lace, where could this thing test down to? Don't know yet. CTM coming down back to these 134s, and we don't even know if that's a good place to look. Down 13% on the day. BMRA doesn't look healthy at all for a nice curl back to the top. So we kind of got to let these things play out. Next thing, let's see. Identified where the shorts. Have I identified an area where the shorts are willing to cover and the buyers are willing to enter? Is a return to VWAP worth the risk of entry? So first of all, probability back to VWAP. So this one moved from the 480s down here to the 429s with that Walmart news. And it is actually losing, looks like it's losing out volume to some of these other bigger movers. So this one will be one that I'll just put on my watch list, BMRA, with that Walmart news to see how it reacts tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week. Because it is Friday. Buying a dip on Friday can be a very treacherous on Fridays. It can just continue to go down. So I'll put this one, because of the catalyst, on my watch list for those micro floats BMRA. Let's see. But not really looking to take any trades on this nice little move down, especially with it being down, what, 14% on the day? I mean, what's the chances of it getting bought up now? We look over here. Let's see, BMRA. BMRA down here. Look at this daily chart. Returned all the way to the 420s. Huge move back to the levels that it came from. So maybe there'll be a little bit of a bounce off these 420s, but I don't know how much, because it's literally came all the way back into this range on the daily chart. But again, Friday, Freaky Friday. CTM LA, and let me see who that was. I think that was a new subscriber. Appreciate you for definitely checking out the content. Let me see. Yes, there was a new subscriber from YouTube. Oh boy, Yash want. Oh, let me not destroy this name. Oh my goodness, pronunciation is my weakness. But yeah, appreciate that subscribe, Yash. I don't even know if you would pronounce your Y as a Y. Yash want Barty or Barty. I don't know, man. But appreciate you for dropping in and dropping a nice subscribe there on the channel. But yeah, ATXI starting to slow down after this nice little wick that we see on the 15-minute. 360s holding there. SPY moving on down as well. We see the SPY came up here to the 370s, and definitely after this big move back up, moving back into this range from the 360s down here, probably to the 355s. We'll see if it can kind of go flat in this range or just hold what it has on the day. Going into the weekend, BMRA, let me see, still going down. CTM with a small pop back. And then, yeah, so we're seeing things lose their gains now. Finding those struggle points. Appreciate everybody that is tuning in. Make sure you remember to hit that like button if you enjoy the content, the analysis, and you know, I try to stay consistent as possible with these streams. A lot of times I'm taking trades on the go. I'm moving around. At first, when I was trying to scalp the tops, that was probably the worst decision to trade on the go. You need to be sitting down, concentrated for those trades. But with the refined way that I trade, it doesn't really matter. I'm just looking for those questions that I had up earlier to be answered and take an entry that I can let it play for me. And it's been working pretty nice. LASE, this thing gapped up. Let's see, from the had a big push down here to the 270s, pushed back up here to the 311s, and then on the next day gapped up $4, and the next day gapped up $5. Right up here, right under the previous or the all-time highs of the 550, and the looks like the body of this previous drop there, right at the $5, is where it's finding a little bit of resistance. All right, LASE, clear resistance being formed here at the $5 level. IMRA continuing on down. And really for what I'm, wow, LASA just took a little more of a dip off of this $5 level. And this is why I kind of go off the hour chart. I want to see where that real resistance is. Coming on down there. So now let's see. So on the 15 or on the 30-minute, You got clear resistance right across this level of about the 515-ish that's been tested. But we don't know where the support could be. Yesterday, the support was just like stupidly obvious. But today, could go ahead and drop on down there. All right, IMRA had a previous level of buying from the 320. Well, let's see if how it acts when it comes into this 325-ish level, if it gets down there. Still nice and red on the hour chart as well. But IMRA hasn't proven that it wants to come back up yet. Hasn't really pushed away big from the I want to see some big rejection, but if we see big rejection on a Friday, it might just be sell-off into the weekend. People taking their profits and shorts gaining profits. But yeah, CTM, I'm not really worried about this one. This one has, these two down here have lost out on the day. BMRA, I mean, it may shoot at the end of the day, BMRA, but I'm just not interested in something like this on a Friday that isn't even in the competition. People aren't even jumping in on it. But I'll definitely keep it on my watch for my interesting watch list. Sober was on the interesting watch list, which was the alcoholic monitoring in the vehicles, and then WLDS, I believe that was the finger robotics company, controlling appliances with the finger movements, basically. ATXI continue to pump on up there back to that 375-ish level, but still making lower highs, what looks like on the 15-minute. So if you are short, where would you enter here on ATXI? $380s. 385 is at top on the 15-minute. $375, a little bit of a struggle up there. Let's look. What's the volume looking like? First candle had 10 million shares traded. This one's got 4 million shares traded. Coming back into this nice resistance level. We'll see if it can either double top or create a lower high. And the shorts will probably take full advantage of this drop. Definitely trading within the cents. Not really moving whole cents there. 2 or 3 cents at a time. Less LASE continuing down. So pushing down from the top on the 15-minute clear resistance, 515 level, dying. And you can see this stuff pretty clearly coming when it's on the hour chart or the 15 or the 30-minute. On the 5-minute, you may get caught in something like this, but you can just see it happening out here on the hour chart. It's like, oh wow, clear resistance. That thing's gonna dive. Don't know how much it's gonna dive, but definitely know it's probably gonna be some type of downwards movement. Seeing the 385s come back up here. Will we get a break of this 380 level, or will this be a double top? Top of this previous candle was the high of the 385, and then we got the high of the 384 there. We'll see if it can go ahead and push through the 385s for a small long trap here. 385 small push. Are the shorts going to get aggressive back towards? Now at this point, 375 will be the point where I'm thinking that shorts want to see it back below. That's a 10-cent risk here from the top. 375s. Let's see if it'll dive there. $390s, $392. So all of this is just entry level for the shorts. top here, 396, almost to the $4. 390s. Nothing but entry over this. This is what, 15 minutes, 30 minutes of it going up. And then their expectation is for it to get back below the 375s. This breakout was from the 385 up to the 398, almost the $4. We do see a ramping down of volume though. 6 million shares traded towards these highs. Will more buyers come at the 4? Oh, I forgot. This is Freaky Friday though. Could this be one of those crazy short squeezes that don't dive? Could somebody get caught holding their pants right at the $4 there, getting held up? Look at the $4. 22,000 shares right there at the $4. Look at that. Wow. 22,000 shares at $4 there. It's going to need to digest that. Don't know if it's going to dive yet, but it's definitely going to have to digest. Still 21,000 there at the $4. Somebody's interested at the 4. But this is the biggest green mover, and this, I mean, this is like what shorts want to see, man. This thing's going up. 375 breakdown at this point. Let's see how much time it has. It has what, 20 seconds on this 15-minute candle. It's about to close. Because it didn't even have better news than that Walmart news. Yeah, they only got a public offering. So yeah, this thing's gonna get killed by the shorts. Looking for it back through this 375 level. Trying to sit on the $4. Let's see if we see any big sizes come through on the 4s. Almost kind of like a flat top here. 407. We'll see if it can get above that. 407s on the 30-minute. Looking for that breakdown of 375s. There it is, 392s, 391s. Can we get that breakdown, this previous resistance level, 380s to the 375s? Got a nice flat top defined on the 15 or the 30-minute. And on the hour chart, top was 405 up there. I bet the longs hate that flat top right there. That flat top is scary. That means it hit a wall. It couldn't even throw a wick. 386s, 383s getting tested now. Now, what we may see is a VWAP bounce because this will be the first touch of VWAP. People may buy this 370 for a little bit of a bounce, but I don't know if it'll return back up to the 407s off that bounce with this many shorts on top of it. They're about to kill FOMO here. All right, BMRA still not doing anything. LASE still dying. IMRA got a little bit of a pull up here on the 15 minute off of the 330s. Still red on the hour and the 30 minute though. And then SPY is also moving down, which I did not realize. SPY getting on down there as well. But coming back and testing these 380s, so they really don't want to see this thing below 383. We see a ramp down. We'll see if we get a ramp up in selling pressure off these highs. Only 1 million shares traded on this one as of now. 8 million shares traded on the last candle. So 1/8 of the volume of the previous candle. Almost 30 million shares traded. And I'm thinking we're probably gonna see a stupid bounce on the VWAP here, of people trying to buy VWAP. They may just get crushed. I don't know, but yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna see a little bit of a stupid bounce here at the 370. But definitely in the short's favor at this point, because what this is the sellers, or no, the longs that got in for this win are becoming sellers, and they're adding to the short pressure. So it's like, oh boy, 380s getting a nice little pop there. Still red overall though. Nice little pop off of that previous level, 385s. Somebody's buying the top under a flat bottom. We'll see if they can rip through that flat bottom of the 407s, but it's got to get back past the 4, back past all of that, and push out again. So how tired is this thing going to be after all of this? 242 all the way up here to the 405s, and still people are buying around the top. Okay. Makes a lot of sense. All right, BMRA has ate up the whole candle here. So that is out of the question for a trade. We'll check that out next week with that Walmart news. LASE has fallen. IMRA still on the hour chart, big buying pressure under here, coming back up to the 344s. So at this point, the risk would be about what? This is the 330. So your risk would be maybe like 10 cents at this point for a retest of the high. But we're still looking at a big red candle here. So I would like to see this hour candle close before entry. Can it hold above this 330 level would be the question. No matter what it does, I just kind of give it time to play out. Because if you buy right here, you're buying on something that could possibly continue down, especially with the overall market giving people a nice reason to sell on a Friday. Oh, let me check the scans too. Let's see what we got over here. AGRF is up. AGFY. Oh, that one's up. Does it have news on the day? AGFY. No news on the day, just kind of going up 20%. ATIX, Donnell said he got long at 378. Nice. 378 exited 395. Yeah, that $4 and that flat top right there, that is super scary on something that's been going up this long. It couldn't even throw a wick. Like, at least show me you're trying, you know? Look back at these scans. Oil is down to the $86, coming on back down after that big little spike up from the 76 up here to the 93s. Lace, we already got those on the watch. everything else. What is the overall market watch looking like? Um, Not really half and half. Is maybe like 60-40, 60 red, 40 green or less. Definitely more red than green. Um, let's see. We got B. What is BRLT? No, doesn't have any volume. I don't like that. Okay. All right, so it looks like we're watching the top movers on the day though. AGFY, ATX. This thing just not looking healthy for longs. So my question is, on a trade like this, what's the probability of it going higher? Like, it's already gone, 18% out of the open. Like, it could be like a super short squeeze where shorts are like, well, the probability is pretty high that it's going down, and it just continues up and everybody is wrong. But I mean, I'm just seeing it churn. I'm just seeing things churn around at this point, churning around that 395-ish level. What big buyers are going to be willing to buy this? Because this is not a dip. It actually looks like it's giving time for shorts to actually load up in this area is what it looks like, but could be wrong. Could just continue to rip out here over the 407s. At this point, volume here is 4 million shares traded. Last candle was 8 million shares traded, so about half the volume of the previous candle. No big motion either way though. Looks like it's a little bit of consolidation and churn. AGFY came up here, high of the 127. Does not have any news on the day though. That's the big downside of AGFY. Let me look back at this previous news though. What's up, Ben? I didn't even see Ben come in here. Previous news on AGFY. Agrify Corporation. Is there any news? Agrify issues a statement. Oh, they had a lawsuit. Okay, maybe the lawsuit got taken off. Or got dismissed, rather. Defaulted. Refuting lawsuit after defaulted customer Bud and Mary's Cultivation. Okay, so yeah, don't really want to mess with anything that's has lawsuits. May slam at any time. LASE. Again, the 457s. Got to close this hour candle. IMRA still getting bought up to this back to this 350 level. Has not closed the hour yet. So I'm thinking it can still be very bearish. If we look on the 15-minute, did get a little bit of a push down from the 364. So not in any rush to try to buy something like this. If it rips, hey, it just rips. But I like predictability. This thing is just hanging around those 395s, hanging right under that $4. Being said, if you got questions, DV, I'm easy to find. On another note, I'll come park my RV in your living room. Hey, well, Donnell got some profit off of ATXI today. Nice quick trade. Looks like he got about 20 cents. About 15 cents. ATXI coming on down finally. Like I said, this is a scary formation for longs. No, not even a try to go higher. Just met a wall there at the $4. And now this is what I was talking about with the stupid buy. We may see a bounce here. People trying to get this VWAP bounce, unless it just continues to just really get that momentum down. If it hangs here a little bit, I think we're going to see a stupid bounce, maybe possibly back up to the 75, and then it'll continue down. But we'll see. If the stupid bounce fails, then that means that the longs are absolutely getting destroyed here. But look at the hour chart. Hour chart ripping down here from the 4 almost to the 350s, 50 cents down from playing around at the top. Think about people that are buying here. They're like, oh yeah, it can go higher. It's already ran what, 7 bars? Yeah, it can go higher. And then they get absolutely annihilated here on this drop down of 50 cents, especially if they bought like 100, 200 shares up here. Well, even if they bought 10,000 shares, they're definitely dumb. No one's going to be putting 10,000 shares at the top like that unless they definitely are super long-term traders. They're looking for this thing to go up over the next 30 years, and still this would be an absolute dumb entry to even to do that. So yeah, got a little bit of got a lot of bit of torment going on there. SPY continued down as well, back to the 360s. Look at this 15-minute chart. Ay, ay, ay. Nice, heavy move down on the SPY. That thing is crushing it. So we see the SPY going down on a Friday. Definitely don't really expect much out of AGFY. I think it's just going to get destroyed. LASE still doing its thing. So we got about 15 minutes left on the stream. We can just do a final synopsis of how the day is going to go. If you're going to continue trading, please be careful in this market. Things are definitely in the short's favor, it looks like, especially as some of these low floats that ripped up on Friday. BRLT does not have news on the day. This Brilliant Earth announces participation in Raymond James. I zoom in a little bit, we can see for some reason it gapped up here to the 731s and it's kind of sitting there, but does not have the volume. Only 400 shares in the volume when it's in competition with things that have almost 30 million shares in volume. So that is an untouchable right there. Pixie, we've definitely seen before. Pixie coming up there. Let's see what it says. Shares are halted on a circuit breaker. PIXY. Exclusive, no. Shift Pixie highlights Queliv incubation process and offering. I don't know what that is. Queliv incubation process. Florida-based national staffing designs revolutionary platform that facilitates employment in rapidly growing gig economy. Okay, so they're an employment company. Employment company. Still low volume on that one, even though it's low float. Only 500,000 shares traded. On PIXY, we have seen that one move before. So, oops. I'll add it, but I'm not looking to take any trace on that one unless real news comes out on it. Maybe because a lot of people have been laying, or a lot of companies have been laying people off, and maybe Pixie's getting a little uptick because of that. GEHI popping up there, up 3,078%. Yeah, that's not a buy. Let's see. Let's look at that one too. GHI. Why is this one saying 3 on TOS? Is saying 3,000 something. Is this did they do a reverse split or something? Gravitas Education shares. Why am I seeing 3,100 but I'm seeing 60% over here? Saying IPO or something. Let's see. Beyond Meat. Why gravitational holdings on circuit breaker? I don't know. I don't know why TOS is showing me 3,000 when I see 63% over here on this one. But that's a low volume one as well. Only 300,000 or yeah, 300,000 shares traded on it as well. All right, Ben, peace. Donnell said 17 cents profit, resistance $4. Yeah. Let's look at that. ATXI getting absolutely destroyed out here in these streets. $4, and this is why I trade off of the hour chart. Because if you come in here and you're looking at the hour chart, you can see clearly where the resistance is. This is this is an insane drop. This is destruction for anybody that was buying for the breakout. So Donnell was very good at not getting too greedy. Greedy people right now are hurting on Friday. They're going into the weekend hurting on ATXI. All right, let me continue to look through the scans. BLT. We'll see what that one wants to do. It's a little bit low float. I just put it up here just to watch for next week. BLT, BRLT, Pixie, AGFI, ATSI. Okay. One Life says buy it. I didn't even see you in here. One Life, man. I missed you, man. I'm sorry. Looking let's see, LASC chilling on the downside. Okay, so yeah, we're pretty much seeing everything that's going on right now. SPY is making its way back within this little pop-up, having a nice little pullback from the 70s back to the 60s. NQ maybe doing the same thing. Yeah, it is doing the same thing. A little bit of a flat top there on the daily chart. Not a flat top, but a little bit of noticeable resistance there at the 11,000 mark. And then oil looking like it's testing down again. Bottom is the 85s. Would love to see oil come on down. Every time I see oil come down, that's pretty good. I'm glad. Especially after this big run up. I was like, no, don't do this. But it's pretty much still in a nice downtrend here. All right. So ATXI definitely getting killed there for a little bit. I saw ATXI on this drop down here, and I just really didn't want to mess with it because of how it had dropped from like $16 down here to $3. I was like, yeah, it's just not worth it for me. This thing went flat for a while, kind of held, but how predictable. I mean, this could have happened on any of these days. This thing dropped, and then what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days later, it had a little bitty pop from $2 up to $4. So a pop was expected at some point, but I mean, it could have just continued down on any of these days, but definitely held for a couple of days. SPY continuing to try to find a bottom. IMRA showing coming back up. Did hold this level, but still the hour will be closing in about 8 minutes. Did get some buying pressure, but yeah, this isn't the type of setup I'm looking for on the hour chart. Maybe if it could have held lower a little bit longer, maybe, but nah, I'm good. Only up 1%. But yeah, we will. Whoa. BLRT. Low. Oh, this is one of those low volume movers though. So got to be careful with that. Could be some heavy manipulation in there. It does not have news on the day. I was just putting it on the watch just to watch it until next week, Monday. It may have news drop or something like that. Sometimes that happens, so I kind of want to keep my eye out on things like that. IMRA coming on back up here to the 368s. Retesting this resistance up here. We didn't know which resistance would be resistance. So it's not really clearly defined, but we do know this, it did hold up above the 350. So I'll go ahead and put that as support, somewhat support, since it did hold that up. But we'll have to see what the next hour does above this 350 level. Only up 1% on the day as well. A little bit smaller range. This will move from the 30s up to the 60s. So about 30 cents in an hour. In comparison to what it did in pre-market, what was this? This was 260 up to the 290s. That's 30 cents. 290s up to the 335. So definitely can get moving, but yeah, for a Friday mover, may end up just going flat. I think Ben did jump out. I didn't scalp anything today. I took a scalp on LASE yesterday. I jumped in here on this bottom right here. From the 390 up here to the 429s. Got in here. I took a, so I'm trading 300 share blocks. I just got in 300 shares here. Got a little move and sold the top. And then I got in another time on this dip, but it didn't want to break. I mean, not on this dip. I actually bought closer to VWAP because I saw it and I was like, it was kind of like a FOMO trade, but it was on smaller share size. So it really didn't affect my profits much because I cut it. Once I saw it wasn't gonna go, so I just was like, yeah, I'm out. But yeah, took that profit there out of this first little pivot. It came down, and I guess it would be more obvious on the even higher time frame here. This is the 30-minute. This is what I was looking at. It pulled down. I saw it buy up here. I was like, that's interesting. And then on the next 30 minutes, it bought up again into this level. So I just got in on that 397 there for this little rip there. But yeah, I only took 2 trades this week, both green trades. So or I guess 2 full-size trades. Took some smaller trades with way smaller share size. But they really didn't, I mean, it didn't affect anything. They're on the same days that I took my winning trades, so I had a buffer. Did Ben go live yesterday evening? When is scheduled live? Yeah, so Ben is going live, but he's streaming live on Twitch because he got a channel strike for the day that he played, the day that he did the Fed review. He played the Fed tape on his YouTube channel, and they gave him a channel strike for that. For copyright. So he was like, you know what, I'm done with YouTube. They striking me for playing whatever, and they gave him a nice little channel strike for that, and yeah, he went over to Twitch, because of that. Yeah. Yeah, One Life. Yeah, no YouTube. He was really aggravated with that channel strike and the way that they, when YouTube sends you the message, it's no it's no going back. It's like, yeah, this is happening. This is it. So he'll still be posting things on YouTube, but he won't be live streaming on YouTube. I stream on Twitch and YouTube, so you can see me on either one. Um, I really just don't care about what the Fed's doing, so I really just don't play it a lot. But even if you play a little snippet, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, copyright, anything. So it's how it is, man. It is what it is. I think he announced that, oh my goodness, ATX, I just took out the whole little gainer candle that it had there, all the way back down to this 327 mark. Look at this hour. It looks treacherous. Now, everything back. SPY tapping the 360s down there. IMRA. Again, that's why I was waiting for this hour to close to make sure if it's gonna be bullish. But this thing may actually snap back towards this 330, 30 cents down. AGFI going down. What's up, Robin? You don't watch Twitch, One Life? Yeah, well, I just stream to both because I know some people are really used to using the platform of Twitch, and because it's like live, like a live stream is actually live. Like when I say something, it's maybe like a 2 or 3 second delay versus YouTube with a 30-second delay. So YouTube, you may see me take an entry here and it's 30 seconds away. But Twitch, you're seeing me take an entry 3 seconds from when I actually click the button. One Life, no, he's not banned in the USA. No. He's not banned in the USA. He's just he's not banned. He keeps getting these strikes for copyrights. So with enough strikes, yeah, he will eventually get banned, but he's not 100% banned there. That's why he can still post videos there, but until they completely demonetize his channel and ban it completely, then he'll still be on YouTube somewhat. Well, Daniel B, they will ban you right away depending on your content, what you do. They will. They take it to the they will ban you because of your content. That's why I'm like, it's whatever. I really don't do too much to get banned. I just trade the stock market, look at the stock market, and just be chill. But anytime you take somebody else's, and the crazy thing is the speed at which they find your video. Like if you do play something about the feds, or if you do something like that, bro, they find your video so quick. I mean, like, oh man, their algorithms are insane. Videos that contain this flag. All right. But anyway, I'm going overtime. I'm about to get ready to shut it down. Nice Friday analysis. I did put some of these, I took some of these that we did see, these low float poppers, to kind of watch for next week. ATXI, IMRA, AGFY, LASE, PIXY, BRLT, and GEHI. I'll be watching for next week. And yeah, that is it for me today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like if you're on YouTube, and don't forget to follow if you're on Twitch. If you're going to continue trading on today, remember that Friday is a day that usually is a sell-off day. There may be something that pops up, but don't expect big news on a Friday. Usually big news drops in the beginning of the week, but not saying it can't happen. But anyway, yeah, that's it for me today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.